What's up, y'all? In this video, I'll be showing you my lead magnets that I've sent a little under 100 times and all of the new improvements that we're making to this lead magnet to increase the tracking, the ability to send more of these, and all sorts of different things. And so we've so far generated 20 deals in December. It's currently December 19th, and so I'm shooting for around 30 deals, and a lot of these should be closing in January and February. And so we can start to look at some of the replies that we're getting from this. So this is a CEO of a SaaS company, and they basically said, I will take you up on this offer. And what I had said is, reply send, I'll create 5 emails unique to your company. And that's exactly what we're doing with the lead magnet. And then he said, once done, please schedule a call using this link and then invite 1, 2, 3, 4, well, actually no, 3 people. And when I looked at these people, they're all like directors, VPs, and one of them is a sales representative. So this is basically the team that I would be working on. And so rather than coming into a sales call and then trying to have a second sales call where you have to get all of the decision makers aligned, you can just send things like this that get everyone on the same conversation. And by the way, this is not the first time that this has happened. It just tends to happen when you're giving value up front. And so let me walk you through this document. And so what I run is an email marketing service. And so I send cold emails on behalf of clients. And so what this document is basically a preview to our working engagement. And so if we were to start working together, I would do research on your company. And so this is what this company does. We've got the website URL, value proposition, ICP. And by the way, this document, the purpose of this is to help them that I know what I'm doing, to help them know that I know what I'm doing. But also, if they want to implement these things in-house, they can also implement them in-house. And so, for example, list of available domains you can purchase. If they wanted to go ahead and purchase all of these domains, they can. If they don't know what inbox rotation is, they can do some additional research. And so this comes after a lot of testing. And so this image over here is actually one that I just came up with ChatGPT, which is like something that I heard from Alex Hormozy, where he basically does 100 inputs, analyzes the top 10% of those inputs, and then implements the things from those top 10% lessons. And so when we go to a person that I sent a lead magnet to, it would be like, hey, Jeremy, here are the cold emails that I sent, right? And what Jeremy responded was actually very insightful. He said, I'm available for a chat, budget at the moment, thank you for the lead magnet. However, some parts were a little confusing for me, but overall it made sense to me. And then he said, on a second glance, it makes sense. I may have rushed the cold emails. And then he said, essentially, those are 5 types of cold email templates you run in order to generate leads. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so the way that the lead magnet was structured was not for him to leverage. Like, it was just like, hey, here's some 5 cold email templates, slightly modified to you. And so when we made the adjustments here, it would be like, hey, this is what you should run. Like, this is the exact playbook you should run. That's the key change that we're having here. And so where I got that change is just based on feedback. And so for anyone that wants to do lead magnets, just do 100 of them. Do 100 of them. Look at what the top 10 of them say when they book meetings, when they do this, when they do that. Look at all of those different patterns and then make improvements. But don't just try to make a perfect lead magnet on the get-go, because it's just not going to work. Second improvement that we just had. And so when a person responds like this, where they say, I'll take you up on this offer, here's 4 people, and then they CC every single person on the same thread, what that causes is, 1, we don't know who's watching the lead magnets. And then 2, previously, we couldn't even watch that, like, period, right? Because previously, we were hosting these documents inside Google Doc. You can also host them on Google Slides. You can host them on pretty much anything, right? But the problem that very often comes up is you don't know whether people saw the lead magnets. And so you don't know how effective they are, and you don't know what the changes you're making, how they impact the actual value being delivered. And so Now we're actually hosting these lead magnets inside HubSpot. And so this is an idea of what they would be able to see on their end. They can easily share it with people. When they share it, we actually know that happened, right? Like we have analytics to track people that are sharing. When they download it, we can see that. They also are able to book a call, meet with us. And it also makes it really easy for us to see all of the individual people that are watching it, right? And so this is an example of one visitor, which is myself, right? And so we can see myself that I viewed this specific page 4 times over. Let me refresh and see if perhaps, okay, yeah, they have not. But the moment that other person, the person that I sent this document to at Mind Studio watches it, we would be able to see that it's a second visitor. But the cool part about this is that we're able to see their specific email. And so we can, when we send it to 4 people in one company, we can see how many times each individual person has looked at that specific lead magnet. And the way we do that is by simply creating a link and requiring people to input their email addresses to view the document. And this initial email is basically just the first person. It's not going to ask them for a link, but every other person that's not sharing the same IP is going to ask for that. By the way, where we create this is in the document section inside HubSpot. So documents and the automation that we leverage, it's a slightly complex automation because it has to do a lot of things. It has to create the emails, do research on the company. And so we're doing a portion of that using Clay. But when we've got all of the details, we are sending the information into a Google Doc, which again, that's what we were previously using. But that's not enough. We then need to convert it into a PDF and then send that PDF to HubSpot. And so when we send the PDF to HubSpot, that's what allows us to host it inside this document section. And then this document section is what allows us to see how these lead magnets are performing. And so to recap, what we are doing differently for the next 100 lead magnets, right? We look at the top 10%. We are, rather than giving generic advice, we are giving advice and writing the emails in a way that someone could literally look at that lead magnet and just copy it straight up. That's the move. The next thing we're doing is we are tracking who is watching that lead magnet. And then we're going to then do 100 more of these. So more volume. And so that's really the gist of sending these lead magnets. Do volume, improve on the lead magnet, do more volume, improve on the lead magnet. And eventually you're going to build something that just generates leads on demand. And so hope that this video was helpful, and I hope you implement a lead magnet and have great success with it. Cheers!